Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another apartment renovation. So I haven't done one in a couple of weeks and I've been loving doing apartment renovation, so I'm back with another one, and this time we are renovating the 17 Culpepper house, which is a very pretty spacious apartment. It's not like huge, but it's not small either, and I'm really excited to decorate this one. I did a one here I think a couple of months ago, which was a big success. That was the botanist apartment, I believe, with the greenhouse, and I absolutely loved working on that, so I decided to come back for another apartment. So this one is for a family of 3. It comes in at 52,673 simoleons, and it's done in like a very soft boho rustic vintage vibe. I would say, I'm not sure if those words come together, but it made sense to me, so I did say them together. So the color scheme initially I wanted to go for was like this soft wood with green, but because I've been absolutely loving darker color schemes lately and dark wood colors, I decided to go for a darker color scheme in the end, because it's just, I don't know. This doesn't look right. I just couldn't make this work, and I really wanted for it to look in a specific way, and I just couldn't make it work with this. I also used this tile from the high school years back, which fits really, really nicely with the color scheme, because I ended up going for like a darker wood yellow color scheme and bits of green as well. There are a lot of plants, there is some furniture that is yellow, not yellow, green, sorry, and so I did go with like a different color scheme. Oh yeah, this is how the build is gonna look now. I also used these, I forgot what they are called, curtains, that's the word, curtains from the desired black skit, because they really make I really love the way you have the railing for them and how they look like cohesive and really, really nice, and I love the way they look in there. I also played with the idea of having a bar, which I think I did not keep in the end. I decided to put some console tables by the window, which is where the table kind of is going to be slatted, because I kind of had to figure out how to fit the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room in one quite small space, because I wanted to have the master bedroom, and there's also one bedroom for a kid, so I wanted to just make sure that everything is like in the house that I wanted. So initially the kitchen was supposed to be a bit bigger, but because I realized I would not be able to fit a living room, I had to kind of squeeze it in a little bit and make it a bit more tight. But I really like the way it turned out. I think it's an apartment that I would love to live in. I mean, I am a bit more for colors, but I don't mind like this cozy vibe that this apartment has. I also used this couch from the Desert Black Skit as well, because I just thought it looked really cozy in here, and it really fit in with the vibe that I was going for, I guess. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. So last week it was, not last week, the 2 weeks before, it was Halloween, which is something that we do not necessarily celebrate in the Czech Republic, because we have something a little bit similar but a little bit different on the same yeah, it's a bit different but a bit the same, which is in February, which is sort of, I think it's connected with a Christian holiday, and it's like kids dress up as anything they want, really, and you can just, yeah, you don't go trick or treating, you just go we have like, not parties, but meetups for the kids to kind of have fun, just dance for music. But the original idea of this holiday, or this festival, is like parades. So I think in some of the cities, or like some of the towns, they still keep the tradition. They have the parades go through the town, and people dress up as different things. So my point was that we don't really do Halloween. I know a couple of my classmates from uni had some parties for Halloween, but I'm not a big party person. I don't really drink that much, so I am not a very pleasant company when it comes to parties because I just don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy live music. I don't enjoy alcohol. So yeah, I've been to one proper party before. Because I don't count our family gatherings for like birthdays and holidays and stuff like that. So like a proper party I was in was one in high school, and yeah, that turned out horribly. I went home quite early because I just wasn't having fun, and yeah, I'm lame. Yeah, it also doesn't help with the music. It doesn't help that I'm like partially deaf, so I don't really hear in one ear. So it's very annoying when it comes to concerts and loud music because technically only one of my ears is taking in all the like sound, and it can be very overwhelming. So I went to a concert like 3 years ago of Ed Sheeran, which was in Prague, and I had to wear my headphones for some of the songs, especially for like the artists that were before Ed Sheeran, which was Zara Larsson, I think she was called. This like she's very like pretty famous singer in Europe, and she went as the artist before the main concert, and I just had to wear my headphones the entire time I was listening because it was too much for me to listen to. Anyway, let's go back to the build. So I'm now working on the hallway, which I think is probably my favorite room in the house. I used the tool mod to change the doors, but they stayed in the same place they were before. I said that in my last renovation where I changed the doors as well. I always make sure that the doors are in the same place where they are naturally in like the natively in the apartment itself. So I used these ones from Strangerville, which I thought like kind of fit in with the vibe I was going for, and I really loved the result. Also, if you see the tool mod is a bit broken. I built this when one of the bigger patches came out a couple of weeks ago, and I really wanted to get this done, so I didn't want to wait for an update of the tool mod, and it was like working just fine. Just the glitch, just the interface was a little bit broken, but it worked fine, so I didn't really care. Anyway, we moved on to the bathroom. I included a laundry machine, also some clothing here, and I really loved the way the bathroom turned out. It's really spacious. I initially wanted to make, or like initially thought about making two smaller bathrooms, but then I decided because of the floor plan and how I wanted things to be, it would be smarter to make one bigger bathroom. Since there are only three Sims living here, so they will manage somehow to use the one bathroom. I feel like it's gonna work. I'm adding this mirror from Parenthood. I don't use this mirror very often because it doesn't fit with the style I build with, but I absolutely love the way it looks. It's so like detailed and really nice and really good quality, I feel like. So it's a shame that it's not much more versatile. So now we're moving on to the master bedroom, which yeah, I love. I've been saying this so much, but I really, really adore the result. I initially wanted to use this bed from the house a couple years back, but in the end I decided to use this one from Cottage Living with this like green bedding, which I think fits perfectly with the color scheme. I think this is like the only green, like proper green furniture that I introduced in the house because there in the other rooms there is mostly just plants, or there are mostly just plants. And now we're working on this station, so I thought maybe one of the parents is a writer, the second one could be an artist, or they could have any other job ready. But I felt like one of them needs a computer and the second one loves, maybe they just love to paint and they have a different job, they maybe make some extra money with painting. But I really kind of felt like that would fit in with the vibe of the apartment, which is, the like rustic boho vibe. So I felt like it's fitting that a person with a boho apartment has a an easel. So now we are just finishing off this like office area, which I adore. I love the way it turned out. It looks really cozy and cramped and really lived in and used, and I love that so much. I also placed two bookcases here. So I maybe one of the parents is like really into books. Maybe that's the writer. I don't know. I don't really create like specific stories for the families or like for the builds that I do. I know that some simmers do that, but I'm not, I don't know. I just don't, because I don't play the game as much. Well, I don't play the game at all. I don't really know what jobs we have in the game anymore, and I just don't want to guess. And yeah, but I really enjoyed kind of coming up with the idea that one of them is a writer and the second one is an artist. But maybe you want to play with someone else. Maybe one of them can be a teacher and they just loved art. They just love art. Yeah. So we move on to the last room of the apartment, which is the bedroom for the teenager or a kid. That depends on what you want. I thought that maybe it's like a kid because there are some toys, I think. There's also a desk, so they're definitely in school. So there is a desk with some like decorations, clutter. I initially wanted to introduce the blue here, but I couldn't make it work. So I'm not sure which. I think I ended up going for one of the Discover University wallpapers that came with the like stripes on it and in like a brown color, because I wanted to use this Paranormal one, but I just didn't like the way it looked. I also tried using this, I don't know how to call it, canopy thing from high school years, but I didn't really like the way it looked. And here I am changing the wallpaper. I initially wanted to go for yellow, but then I decided to use this wallpaper from Discover University, as I said. I also wanted to have leaning paintings up here on the desk, so I decided to create my own with the tool mod because I just didn't like the colors that the Eco Lifestyle came with. And we're almost at the end of today's speed build, so thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you want to download this build, you can get it on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below. As always, there is always a link to that. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!